the most uncalm of circumstances.
Unbelievable stuff. Obviously, Bayer Leverkusen were through to the final anyway at that point, but that late equaliser from Stanisic means that they are 49 unbeaten and through to the second final this season, having already won the Bundesliga. When it comes to the longest unbeaten runs in Europe, they're third overall, but since the introduction of European competition back in the 50s, they lead the way there. They have just surpassed Benfica, who did have the record. They tied that with them, but now with this unbeaten run and with this result against Roma, they have gone ahead of them. Frank Leboeuf is with us. We are seeing the spectacular now, Frank, and it almost isn't a surprise anymore with Leverkusen.
No, it's not, and it's crazy because, well, you have to congratulate Roma because I never thought it would be such a difficult game for Leverkusen. There are some chances, but Villa was absolutely outstanding. And like Neuer yesterday, he made a huge mistake at 2-0. But you have the feeling that at some point they're going to come back. They're not rushing for anything. They know exactly what they have to do, and they do it. They do it. Slowly but surely, they attack, they pause, they go backwards, they come back, and then they smash you. That was crazy. I mean, the second goal from Stanisic, at some point I was getting crazy. You don't want to keep on going on this amazing unbeaten run. Why don't you go for it? Why don't you go for it? It was like an answer to me, like, yeah, we have the time. Don't worry, we're going to do it. And they did it. I mean, it's amazing. I love the attitude of Xabi Alonso on the touchline. I love the attitude of the players. They were sure on doing the good job and knowing exactly when they had to do it. Amazing.
It's like they know at this point, Shaka, that it's just going to happen.
And that's the thing, and I think Frank is right to kind of draw the parallel between Villa and Manuel Neuer in yesterday's game, because so much about Leverkusen we can say or replicate in talking about Real Madrid. The dynamic was a little bit different this time around because Roma needed a goal. At 2-1, Leverkusen are going through. So it wasn't the usual, let's sit deep, last minutes of the game that you see certainly in league fixtures, and we've seen before now with Leverkusen. Roma had to be on the front foot. Roma had to commit players forward, and that just allowed Leverkusen to continue with this outstanding counter-attacking game that we see from them all season long. And then, again, what was it, 95th minute? 97th minute. I mean, calmest man on the park, in control, little drop of the shoulder, little cuts inside. When everybody else just seems to be panicking, Leverkusen are the ones who are coolest.
But Stevie, it's crazy because as Shaka just said, they would have been through anyway, but it's almost as if this unbeaten run to them is just as important as everything else, as achieving that silverware as well this season.
Do you know, we kind of become blasé to the way that Alonso talks sometimes. And he has that boring word that he keeps trotting out called the process, and we'll go, oh, the process, yeah, great, aye. But that's what it is. You don't see any Leverkusen players going rogue. You don't see anybody trying to do something out the ordinary because time's running out and it calls for desperate measures. We don't see anything other than the process, the way they pass it around. If they have to go back, even though they're behind, they go back. So the players 100% have bought into this process that Alonso keeps talking about. And the focus is on the process, nothing else. They're not thinking, oh, there's only 6 minutes to go, we need to get the ball in the box. They're thinking about, what do we do? What we've been told to do. This is passing and moving. It's the triangles. You know, it's the third man run. It's all those things that they've done since Alonso's got there. And they all believe in the process. They all stick to it. And because they stick to it, now they expect it to work. And so far it has. It's
11 game-tying or winning goals past late stoppages this season that we've seen from Leverkusen. It adds to their 49-game unbeaten run. There you can see it, 11 game-tying or go-ahead goals in second-half stoppage time in all competitions. I mean, even to stay alert to that final moment, Frank, is really something to be said about that.
I mean, again, it's crazy because it comes back to what we all said just now. It's the calm that they show and the non-urgency that they show to the world. Like, at some point we're going to do it. I mean, we are talking about Bayer Leverkusen, who never won the Bundesliga before, who is not so-called a big club. But the players that Xabi Alonso picked at the last season, and Shaka is the best example for me, is the fact that they mature, they know exactly what to do. He was spot on choosing the player that he needed in every area of the field. And Stanisic, come on, well, does his job. Is he like he knows what he has to do? Like technically, he's perfectly aware of what he has to do, and they cope with all situation. I love the spirit. I love the maturity of the players, and I really want to see next season, because at some point they're going to lose a game, and I want to see what's going to happen after. But I won't be surprised that it doesn't affect them. I would love to see that, but I think it's possible because they don't rush to anything, and losing one game doesn't seem to be a problem for them.
Yeah, only 4 games left, and 2 of them are finals. That's the season that Xabi Alonso's side are having.